Hey Cougs fans, welcome into another edition of Cougars All Access. John McAfee's today, happy to be joined by Andrew Johnson, Assistant Athletic Director for Equipment Operations. Andrew, just going to talk a little bit about what goes into your job. I want to start just by asking you, what's the size of your staff? I don't think people really realize how big your staff is or what goes into what you guys do on a weekly basis.
There's me. We have a football director of equipment operations, Kevin Haynes. He joined us this year. We have 2 graduate assistants, Adi and Ryan, and then a host of student managers, about 10 student managers. And obviously it takes a lot to keep this operation going, so couldn't do what we do without them.
All right, we're going to head into the locker room, take a look around. What's the process for, getting the jerseys prepped each week? So this week going on the road, what's that look like?
Back-to-back road games, obviously with a bye in between kind of helped out, but we come in, we wash them, we make sure everything's clean, look for any holes or repairs that need to be made. We take them to our tailor, who does a really good job. But we get that back from him, check them back in, make sure we got everybody's, and they go into the trunk with the pants and check them off the list. A lot of our guys, O-line, D-line, people that get a lot of damage to their uniforms during the game, we have a couple for them, but we also stock blanks here so that if we need to have one made in a hurry, we can take it across town and get it made in about an hour. So.
All right, here with the helmets now. Just walk us through a little bit of the weekly routine for getting helmets ready for game day.
Start out assessing, damage and stuff from a game before. Obviously, you see one like this. That's a D-line or linebacker helmet, something like that. So what Kevin will do is come in, assess the damage. He'll clean those up, replace any stickers that need to be replaced, and re-decal the helmet. Yeah, so depending on what the look is for that game, for example, we wore the black pants at TCU, so we had the white helmet, black face mask. We went with a red UH on the side. Endless combinations and possibilities.
There are multiple helmets for every athlete or just one helmet each?
So now with Coach to Player, we have multiple helmets for all those guys, especially defensively with all the substitutions and stuff like that. Generally, you would have one helmet per player, but like I said, Coach to Player now, you have a couple of backups.
Not just the players that you guys got to get prepared, but obviously the coaches need to be dressed and matching as well. Talk a little bit about what goes into picking out the game day outfits for the coaches.
We tell everybody, all the players and coaches have to do is get on the plane. We'll take care of everything else. So obviously right here we have coaches and staff trunks, but we normally try to make them contrast with what the team is wearing. So obviously we'll be in white on the road this week. So red is the option for this week. Obviously, you see guys on the sideline sometime with different colors, so those are signal guys to make them stand out even more from the other coaches. But, once again, we'll get this cleaned up Sunday after a game, and then by Monday, all this is packed back in the trunk, ready to go for the weekend again.
Some coaches are pretty superstitious and maybe a little bit of control freaks. What's Coach Fritz like with you guys? Does he pretty much stay hands off with equipment and let you guys handle all that?
Yeah, no, he doesn't really get in the weeds with equipment. He's very simplistic and easy to deal with on coach's clothes. What you put there is what he's going to wear. He's a creature of habit. But, everybody's got their own thing. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. So I normally wear the exact same thing every game, but like I said, he's great with us, lets us do our thing, and he shows up and it's ready to go.
In the laundry room now, you got 3 washers, 3 dryers. Give us a little bit of a rundown. I'm sure there's a lot of time spent in here, but after practice every day, how long is it taking to wash and dry all these uniforms?
So on a typical day, it takes about 2.5, 3 hours to get the laundry washed, dried, flipped, put back out for the guys. On a game, cleaning up after a game, we're doing laundry all day on Sunday, from the time we get in to even leaving stuff overnight. See, we still got uniforms washing over here right now. So, like I said, that's noon till about 6 p.m. on Sunday. These machines constantly running.
All right, hanging out in the locker room at Joseph Manjak's locker. We're going to see a little bit about just what goes into packing the players' bags.
Right, so we'll come in, we'll bring in the bag carts and all the bags, and we'll put these out before practice on the day we're packing the truck. Once the players come in, we will load in the helmet from the back. They always practice in the opposite helmet from what we're wearing that week. So we'll bring their helmet out of the back, put it in the bag, have the guys throw in their shoulder pads, cleats, any braces that they need or want, and we get that packed up, double check that, make sure that all the bags are there, and then we load them up on the truck, and that's the last thing that goes on the truck. Shut it down and get it out.
All right, outside now at the truck that's going to be packed up to head to Kansas. 53-foot trailer you got here. First of all, how long does it take to pack this sucker up for road trips?
It takes us a couple of hours. You know, we open it up at 7 a.m. for people to bring stuff and start loading. You have equipment, you have athletic training, you have strength and conditioning, you have nutrition, video, media. Basically, anybody that needs to get something wherever we're going, it's going on this truck.
And this truck is owned by UH?
Yeah, so owned by UH, a generous sponsor, HEB, was able to donate this to us, so thankful for that.
And this is just used for road games, correct?
Just used for road games. However, every game for us right now is a road game until we move into our new facility. But for those games, we'll rent a box truck and we load up the same stuff that we would take on the road down the street to the stadium.
Speaking of the new facility, I know that's got to be really exciting for you. It'll be here before you know it. I mean, what's the thing you're most looking forward to about that?
Being in your game day locker room. It's a lot packing up, everything every week, regardless of home, away. So looking forward to that, looking forward to the size of the building itself. I got to walk through last week and it is massive. So really gonna enjoy that, and more washing machines and stuff of that nature. Anything to lighten our time that we spend working on stuff.
Awesome, Andrew. Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Cougs on the road at Kansas this weekend. It's a little behind the scenes of what goes into equipment operations.